my tutorial for Moon River by Jacob Slater. It's played with all strings tuned down a half step, so it's E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, and E flat. And it starts off with this arpeggio. And that's the 15th fret on the D, 14th fret on the G, 13th fret on the B, and the open E string. So it then goes and uses this chord shape. So you've got your second finger on the 17th fret of the A string, you've got your first finger on the 15th fret of the D string, and then with your little finger you're holding down the G, B and the E string on the 17th fret, and it plays. So again, from the start. So that you're picking the A string, the G string and the B string together, and then you're picking the D string, the B string and the E string together, and then the D and the A string. Then you play this. So there, it's the 8th, 7th and 6th fret and the open E string, so it's and the open A string and the 7th fret on the D string, and the 5th fret on the G string, and there that's 7th, 5th and 6th. So play that bit again. Then the next two chords are like this. So those two chords, the first one, it's the 7th fret on the A string, 7th fret on the G string, 8th fret with the middle finger on the B string, and 6th fret with the first finger on the E string. So that's and this chord is, so that's open A string, then you've got 5th, 6th and 5th. So. And if we add in Jacob Slater's vocals, it sounds like this. The next part starts with a D minor shape played up on the 5th fret, and it goes like this. So again, it moves to this chord shape, so that's 8, 7, 8 and 4, and it plays this. Then it's an A sharp chord, and he plays this. Then this chord, which is 6th, 5, 6th and 4, he plays this. And back to the D minor shape, he plays this. And then he keeps that finger and that finger in place on the G and the B string, but he puts the third finger on the 7th fret on the E string, and he plays the E, G and B strings together. Then drops down, and it's the 4th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B and the open E string. He plays those together. Then he plays the open A, 5th fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B, and he plays that. Then adds the 5th fret on the A. Then down to the 3rd fret on the G, on the E, G and B string, and finishes with this chord. That's 3, 2, 3, and then I stretch it with a little finger on those two 5th frets. So again, playing that section through slowly is like this. And again, adding in the isolated vocals and playing along, it sounds like this.
Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way.
Second verse starts the same as the first verse with this arpeggio. But then it plays this. And there that's 12th fret, 10th fret, 10th fret, and 12th fret, and you kind of play them in a rolling fashion like that. And you take your little finger off, come back down to the 10th fret on the E. So again, from the start of the second verse, and then the next bit is the same as the first verse. So and again, putting the vocals over the top of that, it sounds like this.
Drifting off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see.
The next bit starts with the D minor shape on the 5th fret, and he plays this. So it's just going up the strings. Comes up here, he's got the 8th fret on the E and the A string, and the 7th fret on the D and the G string, and he plays this. It comes down here, 7th fret, 7th fret, and 6th fret on the B string, and he plays this. And then he plays this. Bar chord on the 6th fret, so he plays 6th fret on the E, then he's got 8th on the D, 6, 6 and 8, so it's then he plays, so there that's open A, 7th, 5 and 6, so bit, a little bit tricky. He puts the 2nd finger on the 6th fret of the E string, little finger on the 8th fret of the D string, and he's got the 1st finger playing a bar across the 5th of the G and the B strings, and he plays this. So there that's E, D, B, then with the 3rd finger it's the 7th fret of the G string and then the 5th fret, so like this. Back to this chord. And again, with the added vocals, it sounds like this.
We're after the same rainbow, waiting around the bend, my huckleberry friend.
And the final part of the song again starts with the D minor shape, and he plays this. Back down to the 3rd fret for that. So that's the 3rd on the G, B and E. So again. And this shape. Again, which is 3, 2, 3, 5 and 5. And then the final part. It's got 7th fret on the E, 7th fret on the G, 8th fret with a little finger on the B, 5th fret on the E, and he plays down to the 6th on the B. So again that's then he plays. Bar on the 6th fret, and he's got 8 on the D, 7 on the G, and 6 on the B, so he plays. So there, that's E string and the D, G and B together, so then the G and B, and he plays this. Again, that's the 6, 8, 6, 6 and 8. And finishes with the opening chord. So again, it's the 15, 14, 13. And the final note is the 13th fret on the E string. And again, that final section, if you add in the vocals, it sounds like this.
River and me.